Tonight on the Ninja Turtles show, we will be talking about some new Ninja Turtles toys, a new Ninja Turtles artist in the comic books. We're talking about a Tato Ruzu video, a post I saw on Reddit for the Ninja Turtles, and a little bit of retro gaming for the Xbox 360. Hold on to your shells, everybody. Go Ninja, go Ninja, go! Go! Welcome to My Ninja Turtles channel. It's 9 p.m. in the Big Apple, New York City. Can you believe it? And this is the Ninja Turtles show. Cowabunga! Your weekly live stream every Turtle Tuesday, covering Ninja Turtles news, toys, cartoons, comics, video games, and more. Whatever the show we want.
Pizza heaven!
Hope you all are doing well. And today, like every other Tuesday, today is no different. We are talking about it all today. Like I said, new toys, Ninja Turtles social media. Type a T in the chat. T for Turtles. T for thank you for joining me on another Turtle Tuesday. A lot of familiar faces in the chat. Thank you all for joining me, of course, on another installment of the Ninja Turtles show. So make sure to slash the like button here on YouTube. Leave a comment. Thank you all for joining me. Subscribe if you don't already. And of course, over on Rumble, subscribe there as well. And follow along on Twitter. X, whatever you want to call it. But go follow along over there too. It's going to be a great show. We do these shows every Turtle Tuesday, weekly live stream. And I do videos throughout the week as well. And last week I did a few fun videos. I think some of you saw them, but just in case you didn't, we had Teddy Gaming Review on the channel, formerly known as Teddy Gaming Review, now known as Talking Turtles Productions. You guys know Talking Turtles Productions, formerly known as Teddy Gaming Review. Whoops. And we also had Jared Krzyzewski on the stream last week, the concept artist from the 2014 movie. Great concept artist. 2014 movie came out over 10 years ago, and he came up with the original Turtles designs that influenced the movie and all that stuff. So, really talented guy. We had him on the channel, and Jared Krzyzewski worked on the 2014 and 2016 movie. I just wanted to mention something real fast. Great designs, really unique, original designs, and Jared Krzyzewski, the concept artist, also has a kid's book coming out, Fernie Mertbert. So I wanted to recommend his kids book. There's just a few days left in the Kickstarter, so I wanted to recommend you guys check this out. Talented guy, and he wrote and drew the thing. So in addition to being a concept artist, it's not a TMNT book, but guy's a talented guy, so just wanted to throw it out there. Check out his Kickstarter. You might enjoy it. I think you'll probably enjoy it. I think you will. So just wanted to throw that out there. Another Kickstarter. While we're talking about Kickstarters, I, of course, have mentioned the Turtle Power 2 documentary Kickstarter a few times. TMNT Evolution, Mutation, and Reboot. These are the guys, of course, that have Turtle Power out on Paramount Plus right now. Talented guys, Definitive Films. We had Isaac on the channel twice. He was on about a year ago, and then he was on again about a month ago. And I tried to get him on while the campaign was still running, but wasn't able to connect with him. So wasn't able to get him back on the channel, wasn't able to connect. So that's unfortunate, but the campaign is over. And I've talked about this a few times, but I didn't back anything. I didn't end up backing this project. I guess I got cold feet. There was a lot of options. There was like a lot of options and a lot of add-ons, and I think I kind of just froze. I kind of panicked, and I didn't back it at all. I've been burned on another Kickstarter, so that probably did negatively affect this one. Through no fault of their own, I have been burned on another Kickstarter, but I didn't end up backing anything. I just panicked. I didn't know what to get. I was going to get the Blu-ray, $60 for a Blu-ray, and then I was going to just do the early screener for $12, but it's unfinished, and then some of the other rewards, like you download all these. They didn't. It seemed like they were still kind of trying to figure out how they were going to supply everything, and the stuff was expensive. It seems like they were still trying to figure out some things on the fly as the campaign was running. It wasn't like a clean-cut deal. They have all this footage. They didn't know what to do with it. They were open to continuing shooting, and I know they said it's at the latest going to be late 2016, but, or 2026. At the latest, it's going to be late 2026, which is a couple years away. And I just thought if they're still trying to figure out what they're doing, I don't know. I guess I just got cold feet and They were still trying. Of course, they have some things done, but it might be the first time they've done a book, the first time they've done action figures, and the back of my mind, I thought, didn't they put all the good footage in the first documentary anyways? So no fault of their own. I'm sure there will be some interesting stuff, but I didn't, and I got cold feet. What can I say? I froze. JR24 Bonjour didn't back it either. You're sad that you couldn't back it too. Yeah, it just didn't end up happening. I know a lot of people did. I know some people in the chat backed it and stuff. So hopefully you guys enjoy your products, and maybe I'll be able to get something in the future. Maybe I can get it secondhand, or they'll have extra copies or something, or I could stream it somewhere. But they were talking about all that bonus footage. They had hours and hours of bonus footage. And I read a comment there talking about the formats and how you're going to download it and how they're going to store it online and where it's going to be available. And it's going to be tough to just pick through random old footage, just random clips that aren't edited or anything, full unedited clips. That's a lot of stuff to go through. I'm sure people will post the most interesting parts. And at the same time, I was thinking, if it's a deleted scene, it was supposed to be deleted. They chose to delete it. I don't want to see all the behind the scenes. Some of the behind the scenes, if they chose to delete something, I'm fine with them deleting. I don't need to see every draft of the script and every shot they didn't use and every flub take. They have to cut a lot of stuff. I don't need to see every bad take. They cut it for a reason. So that was that Kickstarter. I didn't back it. I wish them the best of luck. Maybe we can connect with them in the future and check out how their project is going. And it seems like they're going to have a lot of updates over the next couple of years with the toys and the action figure, the book, the documentary, the footage, a lot of stuff. Stephen Murphy says, I got the read-along edition and name and credits. Oh, very nice. It may look expensive, but it does convert to USD. It came up to $285 USD. Yeah, that's not as much as it was Canadian. I know the conversion rate, it makes it look a little bit scarier than it. That was probably part of it too, just the conversion rate, just the initial sticker shock. Even though, my mind can convert it, it just still seems like a higher number. But, $285 for a movie and a book, still a little pricey, even though it's better than it would seem. But you got your name in the credits, Stephen Murphy. We salute you. Maybe you need to do a pick through it and play the best parts, stream the best parts, the Stephen Murphy stream. So that's that Kickstarter. I congratulate everyone who bought it. And speaking of toys and upcoming projects, last week, in addition to talking about all that stuff last week, we talked about these Joy Toy figures last week. And I mentioned I thought these designs were a little bit uninspired. I felt a little bit generic. I don't want to be harsh, but it's just, they kind of look like just bland. They could be Next Mutation mixed with 2003, mixed with 1987. It's an original design, so they kind of mix and match. It kind of looked like AI. Kind of looks like the Fortnite designs, Mezco with the wraps and pouches. And I mentioned last week that these figures looked a little generic, and these are the Joy Toy figures. And just in the past week, another figure has been announced from Heat Boys. This is the Heat Fig 8, and I thought they were very similar in kind of all the wrong ways. They have the pouches and the straps and the wraps on the ankles and hands, and it's just kind of like a generic turtle. They throw on all the accessories to make it look like their own, to customize it. They look good. They don't look bad or anything, Heat Boys, but just a little bit of a similar design. Like, they look like bootlegs almost. These could be bootlegs. This could be a bootleg turtle or something. I don't know. They look good though. They released all the other turtles as well. Michelangelo has the grin. Cat Yellow Ranger says, rather that than Bayverse. Nice. Water Sky says, Leonardo looks amazing with the bandana or scarf on his neck. I did like the scarf on the neck. I thought that was kind of cool. I like when he has the like Dark Leo black wrap around his neck. That like emo Leo kind of look. He has like that alternative kind of thing with the black wraps around his neck and stuff. I like that one. Mikey looks good. He's got the headphones, of course, and the big grin. Donatello, he has the goggles seem mandatory now. The Bayverse introduced the goggles, and now they're mandatory all the time. Stephen Murphy says, very mixed with Next Mutation, 2K3, 2012 series, and 2014 Bay. Yeah, they're just kind of, a mix. They're an amalgamation of a bunch of different types, and maybe that's why they look generic. They're not supposed to be one specific style of turtles. They are supposed to be a unique, original take, an original design. So I guess it's, hit or miss with original designs. But Raph looks good. He's got the little chip on his shoulder. Hey, Enzo. Medi Toys, TMNT look cool. Yeah, formerly Memory Toys. And that's Raphael. He's got the little mark on his chest, like Rise of the TMNT, the chip on his shoulder. So just, different decisions, different companies, different decisions. And so those are the Heat Boys, Heat Fig 8 figures. Reminded me of the Joy Toy figures. They're interesting and they are a good, unique design. Muscular, masculine and stuff. They're not a wimpy design or anything, but just a little maybe generic. I don't know. Maybe I just have toy fatigue. I've seen a lot of these recently. They look good. Mikey looks kind of terrifying, honestly, says Cat Yellow Ranger. Yeah, he had a big grin. So next thing I want to, speaking of decisions, these toy companies make unique decisions, and IDW, Ninja Turtles Comics, makes unique decisions as well. I'm not reading the comic books right now. They aren't really doing it for me. I stopped reading them. But I did see that IDW hired an artist from Argentina to be the new comic book artist on the series. The new regular artist is from Argentina. And I think a few weeks ago, I told everyone, I think you guys saw a Tato Ruzu video about it, that I critiqued comic creator pay and everyone freaked out. I said, if the pay isn't enough, don't be a comic creator or get a raise or do something else. And everyone freaked out, and artists and writers and fans were all yelling at me and blah, blah, blah. They said, if you don't pay, the quality will suffer. And if you don't pay the artist, you need to pay the artist. The quality will suffer, and they'll outsource the art to some South American art farm. And the TMNT IDW comics were the #1 comic. They sold 300,000 copies, and they raised prices by 25%. So they had the #1 comic, they raised prices by 25%, and they still outsourced the art to South America. So that was my critique. I said, where is the money going? I'd like that money to be reinvested into the Turtles. I don't want the company IDW, who publishes the Turtles, to just leech money off them like a cash cow. Quit milking the Turtles. If they're this big cash cow and they're doing so well, where is the money going? Why are you buying a South American artist? And of course, no offense to the artists, no offense to South Americans or anyone from a different country, from not the US. Great art. This isn't about the art. This is about the finances. There's less money in other countries. People work for less. People have less money in other countries. America is a wealthy country. There's a higher standard of living in America. Artists in America, artists can get paid $1,000 in America, but in Argentina, people are willing to work for $700. So because it's, life is, the cost of living is cheaper in these places, which isn't a bad thing. So because cost of living is cheaper in Argentina, they're willing to work for less. So now that the company can hire an artist for $700, why would they ever hire an American artist again for $1,000? If that makes sense. Now that they can hire an Argentinian artist for $700, why would they pay an American artist $1,000? So now in order to get paid in America, you have to be willing to work for $700 instead of $1,000. So now an American has to accept Argentinian wages to get paid as an artist. So it ends up resulting in lower pay for American workers. And like I said, at least that's my perspective. No offense to the artist, great art, not about the art, not about the art or anything, but that's just my interpretation. So when they outsource the art, they can get it for cheaper, and it lowers the cost of artists. And then American artists, when you go on vacation to somewhere, the dollar goes further. The cost of living is cheaper in these places. You go to some of these countries with $200, you're like a king. But I guess we just have an agreement with the company, with IDW. There's an agreement, a customer relationship with the company. I feel like we have an agreement, and I feel like they've broken this agreement. It's like we pay, we support the Turtles, we should get something in return. And instead they just treat us like a piggy bank, and they jingle a crossover in front of your faces and everyone starts clapping like seals. So it just seems like IDW doesn't value their customers. And I suggest to everyone, if you're reading the comics, you buy it every month, you wait, take one issue off, just kind of break the cycle. Maybe read it online, and was it worth it? Did you really enjoy it? So I just thought that was interesting. They hired an Argentinian artist instead of an American artist. They're an American company, but they're outsourcing the art. Is it worth it to get the cheaper labor? You get to save a few bucks on the art, but then American artists can't make as much. It's a complicated thing. So I don't know. They're obviously a struggling company. They're, they could be around for a while. They could just milk the Turtles, how they've been doing for years, forever. But who knows what's going to happen with IDW. And like I said, I'm not reading the comic books right now. I wasn't enjoying them, and it's a little silly. You pay $5 to read a 20-page little story, little pictures and stuff. But Jay Headley says, what happened to IDW? JR24 says, I also agree with Tato Ruzo. with his review of Volume 4 with Peter Laird being sloppy with the art because of Photoshop. And Jay Headley says, this is why I read comics online. So just a little, business information about IDW. They are a struggling company, blah, blah, blah. And it seems like they're still skimping on the art. No offense to the artist, but where is the money going? They had the #1 comic. They raised prices by 25% and they're outsourcing the art. What is this money funding? So it's just, they're milking the turtles. Quit milking them. But it should be their #1 thing. But next thing I wanted to mention, so they made some bad decisions. Speaking of good decisions, though, I wanted to mention Tato Ruzu, The Problem, with Mirage TMNT Volume 4. This video is just like a masterclass in like a YouTubing kind of thing, and clickbait, if you want to call it that, and encouraging someone to click a video. Tato Ruzu, friend of the channel, fellow Ninja Turtles YouTube channel. This is like a this is like a doctorate in psychology and teasing, A+. So right off the bat, this is the thumbnail. The Problem with Mirage TMNT Volume 4, ? Problem is in red. What is the problem? You want to know. Oh, there's a problem? I like Volume 4. What's the problem? You want to know. You want to click it. What is the problem in the thumbnail? And just the thumbnail, it's the title as well. Mirage TMNT Volume 4 is amazing, except for this one flaw. Whoa, what a title. What is the one thing? It's amazing except for this one flaw. ... Whoa. It's like... You won't believe, #6. 10 reasons the world is going to end. You won't believe, #4. I want to click this. This is effective psychology. You call it clickbait, but whatever the non-derogatory term for clickbait. This is enticing me to click. I want to click. So the thumbnail is good. The title is good. And even the description is good. He hasn't revealed what the problem is yet. I want to know. He's teasing us. What is the problem? Dude Straight says, I honestly don't know. Tato Ruzu was 100%. So even in the description, he says, the biggest problem with Volume 4 is actually something completely different. Volume 4 started out by doing something right, and then not long into the run, it degenerated. Stick around and you'll find out what exactly I'm talking about. So he never reveals. A true magician never reveals how they did a trick. And Tato Ruzu doesn't give it away in the thumbnail, in the title, or in the description. He has that way of just teasing just the right amount. Hats off to Tato Ruzu for knowing how to put together a YouTube video. I don't have the restraint to do that. I put it all in the title. I say, here's the video. This is what it's about. I'm doing a video. I'm doing a review. I try and hit him with the grabber right in the title. Like some of my, like April O'Neil is white. I just get it right out in the title. Here's a review. This is this. I don't know. I gotta, maybe I should be a little more delicate with the titles. I should dance around it a little bit. Kind of beat around the bush a little bit. A little bit of, a little bit of show, don't tell. A little bit of that, Jay Headley, yeah. Who knows? So I just wanted to give a quick hats off to Tato Ruzu. And the thing is, I haven't even watched this video yet. I just like the tension. I like the feeling of wanting to click. He elicited that feeling from me. He created that feeling, that psychology where I wanted to know what happened. What is the one flaw? And I didn't want to ruin that. I like the tension. I haven't even watched the video yet. I still don't know what the problem is. I don't know what the one flaw is. I don't even know what the video is about, but it made me want to watch it. So, and once I watch the video, that clickbait feeling will be gone. It'll be suddenly it'll be the day after Christmas. The magic will be gone. The balloon will have popped. So I'm savoring that feeling of wanting to click. The tension of wanting to click is better than clicking sometimes. No offense in general, not to Tato Ruzu's videos or anything, but I like the feeling of wanting to click. So, I'm insane. What can I say? I'm a crazy guy. Everything I do is crazy guy stuff. But next thing I wanted to mention after Tato Ruzu, I saw a post on the TMNT Reddit. And I thought it was interesting. And it was a sentimental post. And it's a kind of a heavy post. But I did want to talk about this post I saw on the TMNT Reddit. And this guy posted, found this today going through my late parents' house. Found this today cleaning up their house, still unopened. So it's apparently a guy that his parents have passed away and he was going through his late parents' house and he was cleaning it up, getting rid of stuff, maybe going to sell the house or something, or just going through old stuff. And he links to a picture. And the picture, it's a sheet of stickers. It's like an old vintage, like antique sheet of stickers from the original Ninja Turtle stuff in the 80s or whatever. So he's going through his late parents' house. Both parents have passed away, apparently, and it said still unopened, and that kind of stuck with me. That's how life ends. It's still unopened. It's can end. Life can end quickly or slowly. I don't know if his parents died at the same time or separately or years apart or slowly. You end up with loose ends either way. And they bought these for him at some point. You got to go for it. You got to do all the stuff you want to do. And they passed away with these stickers unopened. They didn't get to give the stickers away, and you got to, prepare for all that. So I thought that was interesting. And he also mentioned probably bought for one of my birthdays when I was a kid. So still unopened resonated with me. Just those two words. And then the second line here, probably bought for one of my birthdays when I was a kid. So this guy's probably older. He's probably in his 30s or 40s. If he was alive in the 80s or 90s and doing Ninja Turtle stuff, he was part of that original wave of Turtle Mania in the 80s or 90s. So he's probably older now. He's, maybe has kids of his own. This guy's, 30s or 40s, 50s. I don't know, probably not 50s, but, and he wrote probably bought for one. He'll never know. It's unanswered. There's a mystery in death. His parents passed away. He doesn't know why they bought it. He's assuming they bought it for one of his birthdays or something, a gift when he was a kid or something. So it's just, I just thought this was bittersweet. This was sad. I thought this was interesting. And, I thought it was a real sentimental thing. It's a moment with his parents. His parents bought some stupid stickers 35 years ago. They probably don't even remember buying them, but it's funny what people it's funny like what people remember about each other, like the little memories along the way, the little memories you make. And it's not so much a memory about stickers, it's a memory about his parents and what his parents, maybe gave him a nice birthday party when he was a kid, and that kind of stuff is what matters. You don't remember the stickers, you remember you remember the memories you made with people that matter and all that kind of stuff. You remember what matters. So I just thought that was an interesting kind of thing. And, just some stickers, just some goofy stickers, some old vintage, classic Turtle Mania retro stuff. Who knows who drew these? Maybe Steve Levine. But he's just cleaning up and they're still unopened. But wow, I just thought that was powerful. Sometimes, the Ninja Turtles Reddit, it's a lot of junk. It's a lot of who's your favorite turtle. It's a lot of this one's better than that one. But every now and then you get a sentimental post about how Splinter was the father figure in their life, or they didn't have siblings, so they got that brotherhood and camaraderie from the Turtles, or you get something like this. And who knows what happened? Stephen Murphy says, I had those stickers. That is sad what happened to his parents. It shows how sentimental things are. JR24, he's probably my age. Jay Headley, God rest their souls. Rock 10, hits almost close to home for me. Man, it's the little things. JR24, God bless him and his family in the time of their loss. Yeah, it's tough. And, we're all getting older. Our parents are getting older. Family and friends and our, pets and everyone in our lives is getting older. It's just, part of life. And these stickers got to be worth a lot of money, says Cat Yellow Ranger. Honestly, probably these stickers are the kind of thing, with the family memory and the parents. You can't put a price on these kind of things. I would say these stickers are worthless or priceless, however you want to call it. No, I'm sure these stickers aren't worth a lot of money. Who knows? They're worth whatever they're worth to him in his heart and all that. But yeah, who knows? You could probably get these on eBay for a few bucks, old, dusty, ratty stickers. But they've got a lot of sentimental value. So just wanted to share that post with you guys on out of all places, the TMNT Reddit. Who would have thought you get something worthwhile from there? Usually it's a cesspool of just weird stuff and goofy fan art and all that. But just profound. He shared it's like all of humanity in 3 lines in his little post. Found this today going through my late parents' house. Found this today cleaning up their house. Still unopened. Probably bought for one of my birthdays when I was a kid. That's it. Just 3 lines. It's humanity in 3 lines. That's life in 3 lines. Wise. A lot of wisdom in this short post. So just wanted to pass that on. I thought that was interesting. And while people were being profound and taking advantage of life and living their lives to the fullest over on the TMNT Reddit, I was busy wasting mine playing video games over the past week. While other people were doing stuff with their lives, I was doing nothing. And I was playing Splintered Fate because there was a free demo available on Steam over the past week. A free demo. So I thought free, that's a good price. Free $99. That's a price that works for me. and I downloaded the free demo, and it's a fun game. It's a little repetitive. The real game comes out on November 6th on Steam. It's a little repetitive. It's fun though. You play through the same levels over and over again, but you like power up each time, and you get like new moves, and you get like new skill sets and new energy and stuff. So you start off slow, just punching and kicking, and all of a sudden you're throwing ninja stars and doing magic and doing all sorts of crazy combos and stuff. So it was a fun game, and I don't know what the price is going to be. I don't know if they've revealed the price yet for the cost on PC. But yeah, this was on Apple Arcade. Hey Brian, how's it going? You played some of this game last year on Apple Arcade. Hey S13, yeah, it was a fun game too. I saw Leatherhead and a few other characters, a lot of familiar faces in the game. So great, standard great Ninja Turtles game. It's a roguelike like Hades. Roguelike. I don't even know what that means, but in addition to playing Splintered Fate this past week, I got an Xbox for $10 over the past week. I randomly got an Xbox 360. I got a retro Xbox 360. Old, kind of piece of junk from like 10 or 15 years ago for $10. I couldn't pass it up. I like the retro gaming. I like the retro, old school video games. I think they're fun. And I bought an Xbox 360 for $10. How are you going to say no for $10? I didn't even really want it. Don't even, need it or anything, but I figured I'm going old school. I'm going retro. Got the Xbox 360. It was a PlayStation, I do PlayStation, so I didn't have the Xbox this generation. So Xbox 360, and I got the 2013 game, and it's pretty fun. I like playing the old retro video games from the 2012 show. Xbox 360. I'm into retro gaming now. I'm a retro guy. Brian Woodruff, I have that on Wii. Yeah, I might get a Wii too. I'm buying all the old retro antique games and stuff. Hopefully the 360 isn't red ringed. Yeah, no overheating or anything like that. I was adventurous, and I followed one of those guides where you take it apart and you repaste it, the heat paste, the thermal paste. I took it apart and repasted it. I had never done anything like that. I broke apart my Xbox 360. I felt very handy, and I put it all back together. So that's how it goes. That's life. Sometimes you get a good deal on a video game system, but it's an Xbox 360. It's only $10, but it's an Xbox 360. Okay, it's a good deal, but vintage game, a little retro kind of stuff, $10. How are you going to say no for $10? So it was a great deal. It was a sweet deal, you could say, but it is old. So I guess you could say it's a bittersweet deal. But it was a good deal. I guess you could say life at best is bittersweet, because that's the way it goes. We're typing a T in chat. T for turtles. T for thank you all for joining me. Life at best is bittersweet. And just like that, it's tea time. The show is over. T's in the chat, and now it is tea time. That is the end of the show. You get a new video game system for $10, but it's an Xbox 360, unfortunately. So it's cool to get new stuff, but it's old new stuff. You can't win them all. I was still happy to get it, though. I didn't have this system, but thank you for all those T's in the chat, guys. Nice to see all those T's. T's for turtle. T for turtles if you like the Ninja Turtles, and T is for thank you from me to you. So let's get our tea and our pizza, and we can chill out. I cracked the window. Now it's tea time, where we get to relax for a second. The end of the news portion of the show. Now we can just hang for a few. I cracked my window. It's cooling off. It's fall out there. Who knows what you're going to see on a nice fall night in New York City, a nice rainy night in New York City, a nice fall night. Who knows what you're going to see out of this window. But I hope you guys had a good week. Happy Turtle Tuesday, of course. I did 2 streams over the past week. I didn't do an edited video. Did 2 streams, interviews. I was trying to work up my interview skills. Still not good at interviews. It's tough. You got to work all the tech, and you got to get everyone on the same page, and but that's a pretty good show. That's a good show. That's a good another week of Turtles news. Hope you guys enjoyed the show. Thank you all for joining me. I do appreciate it. David 2Draw, S13, Veronica, JR24, Do Straighten, DJ Mod, Rock 10, Nordic Frost, Stephen Murphy, Brian Woodruff, Cat Yellow Ranger, S13, Enzo, David 2Draw. Thank you all for joining me. TMNT Station. That's another week. That's another Turtle Tuesday. Another notch in the belt, another slice of pizza. Another slice of pizza, and I have some videos coming up too. I think I have a video for, are the TMNT black coated? I'm working on that video. I have another video, the great April O'Neil replacement theory. I'm working on that video. A few others. I got catchy titles. No videos, but I have catchy titles. Life at Best is bittersweet. I have no videos, but I have titles. So thank you all for joining me. Make sure to slash the like button, leave a comment if you don't do this, subscribe if you haven't already. Shout out to all the lurkers. Shout out to all the replay gang. And shout out to all of you for joining me. I think I've said it all. Perhaps I've said too much. I think there's just one thing left to say. One thing left to say. Cowabunga! Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a comment and share this video. Make sure to give the video a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more Ninja Turtles videos like this.